I have a gremlin in my throat today, so apologies if I sound a bit odd.
You're not alone. You're not alone. What if it's only one kiss?
Hello lovely YouTubers, and today I'm doing a Game of Thrones tag video. I saw this sort of tag video online and I love doing tags because I like to get my opinions out there about things that I really enjoy, and Game of Thrones is something that I started watching back in March and I've obviously finished all 4 seasons now, and I'm really happy that I watched it, and it was something I didn't think I would enjoy very much, so I'm really grateful that I did enjoy it. So I can't wait for series 5 to come out, but I saw this little tag video and thought, you know what, I've done one about Dexter, let's do a Game of Thrones one. I'm going to delve straight in, and it says, how did you discover the series slash book? I've not read the books, I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't read much, it takes a while. I discovered the series through my friends mostly. I had recommendations made to me about things to watch, and Game of Thrones was on the list, and I didn't think I'd enjoy it, so I kind of put it off for a while. However, as soon as I got into it, I was hooked and couldn't really stop. But I got it off my friends' recommendations because they recommended Dexter, and I loved Dexter. They recommended Game of Thrones. I loved Game of Thrones. They recommended Breaking Bad. I loved Breaking Bad. So it was one of those things that just got added to the list, and I really enjoyed it. Who is your favourite house apart from the Starks and the Lannisters? After a lot of thought and consideration, I've picked House Tyrell, and I think it's because they are a lot like me in some ways. Not always. I don't go trying to poison people, it doesn't work. I think that the Tyrells were a lot like me because actually they are kind and considerate people, and unlike the Lannisters, they're a little less aggressive towards how they get what they want. They're sort of passive aggressive, but they actually do care for people and try to be good people, so I think they're like me in that respect. But you know, I love the Lannisters, if that helps. I love the Lannisters, just I can't be a Lannister, so I'm going to be a Tyrell. Who's your favourite character from House Stark? Arya Stark is possibly my favourite Stark out of all of the Starks. Stop saying the word Stark, Amber, you sound weird. Because she's got the most character development within the series, and it kind of took a while for her story to take off, but series 4 you saw a lot of her, and you saw a lot of her development with the character of the Hound, and how they sort of went on this really long adventure, and then it went nowhere, and they came back again, and then, you know, it was all of this shenanigans. I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it yet, really. Her character's just developed a lot, and I didn't really like her to start with, so the fact that I like her now proves that she's warmed to me as a character. Who is your favourite character from House Lannister? Now, I don't want to say my favourite character yet, so I'm going to leave it for a little while, but out of the Lannisters, there are 2 Lannisters that, no, actually only 3 Lannisters that stand out to me quite a lot that I've really enjoyed watching. I love Tywin Lannister, which is a really odd and sort of controversial character to like because he is a dick, a rather big one. He isn't the nicest of people, but I think his portrayal of him is so sinister and so narrow-minded and strict and firm, and I can't think of any other words, so regimented, that he's fascinating to watch. He is like a very old-fashioned grandfather, and he is a grandfather himself, but he's like a very old-fashioned one. He doesn't take no shit, so I quite like him as a character. I love Jaime Lannister because I didn't think I'd like him to start with because obviously he pushes Bran out the window, spoiler alert, but he soon becomes sort of a good guy, which I quite like. And I also love Tyrion Lannister, who's possibly my favourite character out of the series. He's so quick-witted. Peter Dinklage has done a brilliant work with his character, how he's pulled him across, so I thoroughly enjoyed that about him. And apparently the writer of the series wanted Peter Dinklage to be Tyrion from the start, so obviously you can't go far wrong with that. Who's your least favourite character? Apart from the obvious characters that everybody hates, I'm going to put Sansa Stark as my least favourite character because she is so whiny and irritating and naive, and I don't know, it's almost like she's playing dumb. She's seen things happen and she's still shocked by them. She's still shocked that people act that way, and it's possibly down to her it's possibly down to her upbringing. I can't speak today, it's this throat gremlin, it's playing up. It's down to her upbringing, I think, because she's so shadowed from the world. She wants to be a princess and she can't be a princess, and it's, you know, it's all that bollocks. But she's just an irritating character, and towards the back end of series 4 she becomes a bit of a badass. So I'm hoping to see more of that, because she's an irritating character. I don't like her. If you could be one of the characters, who would you be and why? I'm going to say Arya, because I think as she's developed so much as a character, so have I as a person in like the last few years. I'm starting my third year at university. It's hard to imagine that in my first year I was making crappy vlogs, and now I'm making still kind of crappy vlogs, but they're a little bit better than they were before. And I'm going into my third year, and I was looking up, I think it was on Time Hop the other day, I think it was 2 years yesterday, I was moving up to Leeds, and I've been here for 2 years. It's been crazy. So she's my favourite character because she's developed so much, and I've developed so much. So I think we've got a lot of similarities. Obviously, her development is entirely different to mine. She's been killing people. she's witnessed murders. I've been to China. I'm at university. It's an entirely different ballgame, but you know what I mean. What was your favourite episode / season? I don't think I have a favourite episode as such. My favourite season is series 4 because so much happens. My favourite character is obviously like Tyrion. There's a lot of development of his story there. And Purple Wedding, that was a really interesting episode. I really quite enjoyed that. Viper versus the Mountain. Now that was a fucking episode and a half. Who is your Game of Thrones crush? I have weird crushes on people, so I'd rather keep that to myself. I suppose if I had to pick somebody, I'm gonna go with Jaime Lannister, because he's not a bad looking boy. Nice had a haircut. He's not a bad looking boy. But everyone sort of picks the stereotypical people. Jon Snow, who I don't find very attractive, and Robb Stark, who I don't find very attractive. I also quite like Jorah. He's not bad looking for an older guy. But yeah, I have weird crushes, so I'm gonna pick those two. Thank you very much for watching this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will speak to you very, very soon. If you like these videos, give them a thumbs up down there and leave some comments about what I should be doing next. And I'll see you next time. Catch you later. That was a good BlackBerry quote, sorry. Bye!